Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Friday Night Spotlight, brought to you by 911 Air Repair, your local air conditioning expert specializing in maintenance, repair, and new installations. We are officially at the halfway mark, week 5, when it comes to our small schools 3A and 2A. And because of that, our game of the week is Phoenix Christian at Santa Cruz Valley. This is a Friday game. We've had a lot of Thursday games. We only have 2 this week, but our game of the week is on a Friday. And looking at Santa Cruz, I still don't know what to make of this team. We're at the halfway mark, but I still don't know where this team stands exactly when it comes to making that deep postseason run. David, what are your thoughts on the Santa Cruz team and this game?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. We still don't really know what to make of this team. They've had some really good performances. They beat the teams that they're supposed to beat, but then when they, first got their real taste of some real, tough competition in St. John's, it didn't go too well for them. They didn't score a single point in this game. And Phoenix Christian is another one of those top teams. They have been a powerhouse on offense. They're 4-0 right now in regular season. So Santa Cruz is going to have their work cut out for them again. They got a little bit of a break last week going up against Tombstone. The offense was going crazy in that game. Tombstone is not a very strong program, but this is going to be a different story this week. Phoenix Christian is going to be a true test for them. It's going to kind of be another standard bearer of where we kind of value this and view this team. So it's going to be a tough battle for them, especially with what they're going up against. Luckily for them, they are at home on this one, if that makes a difference for them. But it's still going to be a tough game in this one. I don't know if I can pick them in this one just because, again, there's still a lot of questions on this team of what we can make out of them. They're definitely, not one of the worst. I would put them somewhere in the middle, but if they can come out and have a good performance here, they can prove a lot of people wrong. But right now, I think Phoenix Christian is just coming in. They're too strong for them right now, but it'll be a test to see how they do against some tough competition.
So I think the key in this game here is whoever controls the clock is going to win. Because looking at Phoenix Christian, they have 4 guys with over 100 rushing yards. 2 of them, Aaron Witten, 514, 11 touchdowns, and then Zion Rondon, 478 and 4 touchdowns. Witten is the guy we really got to highlight here for Phoenix Christian. On defense, he already has 6 of the team's 18 sacks, so he's kind of the do-it-all for them. And then for Santa Cruz, they have a lot of different weapons. They're not as strong in the run game as they have been the past couple of years, but they have a fantastic receiver in Daniel Contreras. It's just a matter of can Richard Dreyers get him the ball? Does he have time to get him the ball and make those big plays? That Santa Cruz has kind of established themselves with so far these couple of games. Like David mentioned, these are the games where Santa Cruz really has to step up if they want to make the playoffs. That's kind of been their Achilles heel. They dominate teams that they're supposed to, but then when the real challenges arrive, whether it's towards the end of the season or first round of the playoffs, Santa Cruz really stumbles. David, what do you have as your what to watch?
I'm going with the Spartans of Vista Grande going up against Walden Grove this week. We've started to see it now after a quarterback change and also just a new head coaching change and Lauren Dawson coming in. The Vista Grande Spartans are finally starting to get their feet under them. We talked about it for a while this whole year. There's going to be a lot of changes coming, and it's just going to be when do teams adapt and when do the teams finally start getting things going? And they are. And it's really been a lot because of the running game right now. They have 2 great running backs in DeMarco DeCastro and Alex Whitaker. Both of them have been really solid for them, over 150 yards rushing so far this season. So I think the run game is going to still play a huge factor for this team. They're going to want to try to dominate the ground and also dominate the play clock and the game time as well. Because if you run the ball, that clock is going to keep running. If they want to manage that as much as possible, they're going to keep running the ball. Walnut Grove is not as strong as they used to be in a few years. They've moved up they're still in the 4A range, obviously, for this team, or they've just been moved up. So I think this is going to be another example of where Vista Grande continues to kind of have that momentum go towards their favor. So I like them in this matchup, and I think they're just going to keep rolling.
So my what to watch, I got to give ALA Anthem South a shout out here. Just in their 3rd year of existence, those first 2 years were a struggle, and right now they're sitting at 2-2. They've tied their win for best in program history. I mean, and that's not saying a lot, just a 3-year program, but still, it's a big deal for this Titans team. They are led by quarterback Brady Rushing, 457 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and they have a really strong run game with Diego Godinez and Lane Medrano, 209 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns for Godinez, and Medrano has added 180 and 5 touchdowns. On defense, Tyler Nye, Medrano, and Will Donahue are getting the job done. So, hey, things are looking up for this LA Anthem South team. They are going against Gilbert Already Prep this week. I think, this will be the game where Anthem South just improves just a little bit more and gets that third win and sets that new program wins record for them. David, is there anything else you would like to add?
One thing I want to shout out here, shout out to Maricopa last week. Maricopa, was on their home floor or home field, went up against a Casa Grande team, and they won that game. They have shown that they have the ability to compete with some of the better teams in 5A, and I think that's going to be a huge momentum boost for them moving forward. Jose Cardona Jr. looked fantastic. I think this could be a serious team that we look out for with this win, giving them a bunch of confidence. We'll have to see how it plays out throughout the rest of the season, but that one win is going to be huge for them moving forward.
As always, here are our picks and the full schedule of Pinal County teams for this week. And as always, be sure to check out Pinal Central for all of your local sports coverage.